So boys, we are back with a brand new episode of the Washington Redskins franchise mode here in Madden NFL 19. So today we're going to go and do the 2020 NFL Draft recap, which features all the draft selections from the 2020 NFL Draft. And today, just going to jump right into it. The first overall pick coming from the New York Jets. They select defensive tackle Dawson McGrath from Wisconsin. It turns out to be an 80 overall, not too bad for first overall pick, but not the best overall player in the draft though. As second overall pick, Indianapolis Colts select Terrell Owens, the wide receiver again another wide receiver, as they selected Brown a couple years ago. It didn't turn out to be that great of a first overall pick. There was better players in the draft class, but regardless, another receiver, another first round pick, another receiver for the Colts, and he turns out to be a 78 overall. Third overall pick, the Miami Dolphins select quarterback Russell Rose from Ohio State University, 79 overall. They have a pickle at quarterback, as they already have a number of quarterbacks in their system, so they got to figure out what they're doing with their quarterbacks this season. But anyway, it's always good to have a good stock of quarterbacks, but they got to figure out what they're doing. But fourth overall, the New York Giants, and they select Zachary Brundle, they're the defensive tackle from Penn State, at a 78 overall. Fifth overall pick, the Bears select Dawson Miles, the right end from Miami, he's an 80 overall. The Buccaneers at 6th overall select Harmon Barnes, the cornerback from Auburn, he's a 78. Then at 7th overall pick, we have the Washington Redskins, who select B.J. Cobb, the strong safety from Michigan State, at 81 overall. A great pick up there for the Redskins. Then at 8th overall, we have the Seattle Seahawks, who select Tyree Newton there, the wide receiver from USC, at a 78 overall. Then 9th overall, we have the 49ers, who select Daniel Charles, a defensive tackle from Oklahoma, at 81 overall. 10th overall, for the Denver Broncos, they pick up Dixon, a wide receiver, at a 78. 11th overall, we have the Vikings, who pick up Tavares Goodwill there, left outside linebacker from Stanford University, at 81 overall. 12th overall, we have the Carolina Panthers selecting Clayton Mason, the free safety from Florida, at 80 overall. Then 13th overall, we have the Cincinnati Bengals, who pick up Lendon Powell, the middle linebacker from Florida State University, at a 77. 14th overall, we have the Raiders, who select Tyrone Meyer there, the cornerback from Auburn, at 81 overall, so another good cornerback picked up in the first round. Then at 15th overall, we have the Washington Redskins, who finally select a good center there for their team, Philip Windsor from Ohio State University, at a 78 overall. Great pick up there for the Redskins. 16th overall, we have the Rams, who pick up Sean Browning, a defensive tackle from Arkansas State, at a 76 overall. Then 17th overall, we have the Texans, who select Banks McLeon, the wide receiver from Penn State University, at a 76 overall. 18th overall, with the Falcons picking up Kieran Rackley there, the strong safety from USC, at 80 overall. Then the Baltimore Ravens select Connor Esponda, the quarterback, back-to-back USC picks, at a 77 overall for Esponda. Then 20th overall, we have the Cleveland Browns, who select Aaron Blankenship, the right outside linebacker from Hawaii, at a 75. Packers select Wilkerson at 21st overall. He's a right tackle from East Carolina, at a 73 overall, so not a good first round pick for the Packers. But 22nd overall, we have the Cardinals, who select Chandler Carney, the quarterback from Miami, at a 77 overall. So they have kind of a pickle there at quarterback. They have Josh Rosen, so they got to figure out what they're doing there as well at quarterback along with the Dolphins. Then 23rd overall, we have the Tennessee Titans, who select Haley Booker, the running back, the first running back taken off the board. And he's from LSU at 80 overall, so great pickup there for the Titans. And then 24th overall, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, who pick up Giovanni Beasley, left end from Arkansas, at a 77. 25th overall, with the Cowboys selecting Malcolm Hardwig, a right outside linebacker from Kansas, at a 71 overall. So a terrible pickup for the Cowboys in the first round at that pick. But then at 26th overall, we have the Buffalo Bills, who select Jake Kaczor there, the right guard from Georgia Tech, at a 75. 27th overall, we have the New England Patriots, who select Daniel Neal, the quarterback from Georgia, at 77 overall. And that pick, one thing that's notable about that pick is the fact we did trade that first round pick to the Patriots in exchange for, as we picked up Trey Flowers from the Patriots in exchange for that first round pick. So with that pick, they do select a quarterback that will be replacing Tom Brady, surpassing him, and that is Daniel Neal from Georgia. So we got to watch out for Daniel Neal's career as he starts off at a pretty healthy 77 overall. So we'll see if he can live up to Tom Brady's hype that he left behind in New England. But 28th overall, we have the Los Angeles Chargers, who select Roman Jamison, the defensive tackle from Alabama, at a 73 overall. Then we have the Redskins, who pick up Wesley Simpson there, a left end from Delaware State, at a 75 overall. Then 30th overall, we have the Steelers, who pick up Spencer Thibodeau, the quarterback from Ole Miss, at a 75 overall. 31st overall pick, we have the Philadelphia Eagles, who select Pierce Higgins, the right-side linebacker from Wake Forest University, at a 72 overall. Then we have the Super Bowl champions, Jacksonville Jaguars, who pick up Harmon Irvin there, the right guard for Rutgers, at a 75 overall to close off the first round. So next we start off the second round, and I'm going to maybe speed this up just a little bit based on the fact that we don't want this video being extremely long. So second round, first pick, we have the Jets selecting Bolden there, a right tackle, at a 72. We have the Colts selecting TJ Lee, a center from Buffalo, at a 75. The Dolphins selecting Antoine Best, a right side linebacker, at a 76. The Redskins select Dixon Miles, a left tackle from Penn State, at a 73 overall. Not that great of a pickup for them in the second round. But then in the 37th overall pick, we have the Bears selecting Jamal Rose, a free safety from Delaware, at 76. The Bucs selecting Bradley Dinkey, a tight end from Illinois State. The Broncos selecting Ben Gilbert, they're a cornerback from USC. The Seahawks selecting Malcolm Yabodi, a left end from Illinois. The 49ers selecting Long Allison, a cornerback from USF. We had the Broncos selecting Griffin Schroeder there, a middle linebacker from Stanford. The Vikings selecting Norman Showman, a right tackle from LSU. We had the Panthers selecting Roy Dexter, a middle right side linebacker from Miami. We had the Bengals selecting Nate Mullins, a wide receiver from Boston College. We had the Raiders selecting Sean Fox, a left outside linebacker from SC State. Then we had the Patriots selecting Javian Lester, a right end from Texas A&M. Then we have the Rams selecting Kevin Croyle there, a right guard from Penn State. We have the Texans selecting Willis Dillon there, a defensive tackle from Michigan State. The Falcons selecting Renee Edebali there, a D tackle from Tennessee. The Ravens selecting Dylan Gaston, a free safety from Rhode Island. We have the Browns selecting Demetrius Pearson there, a cornerback from Rutgers. The Packers selecting Lucas Warner, a left guard from Nebraska. The Cardinals selecting Javonte Shipp, a wide receiver from Minnesota. The Tennessee Titans selecting Cecil Florence, a D tackle from Delaware. The Chiefs selecting Charles Connolly, a tight end from Miami. The Cowboys selecting Patrick Butler there, a right end from Idaho State. The Bills selecting Matthew Mears, a left end from Oregon. We have the Giants selecting Jackie Rogers, a cornerback from Wake Forest. The Chargers selecting Frank Gray, a running back from Washington. The Saints selecting Jalen Ward, a right end from Illinois State. The Steelers selecting Grant Beckett, a tight end from Notre Dame. The Eagles selecting Joe Hanonian, a left outside linebacker from Georgia Tech. And closing off the second round, the Jaguars selecting a quarterback here, Sean Oderick. Third round, the Jets leading us off, picking Brock Sorensen, a quarterback from California, at a 74 overall. They have the Colts selecting Laren Lyons, a free safety from Bowling Green State. The Miami Dolphins selecting Cedric Felton, a D tackle from Penn State. The Giants selecting DeAndrew Yasher, a running back from Nebraska. The Bears selecting Derek Barnes, a left tackle from Kentucky. The Buccaneers selecting Boderick Holmes, a left end from Arizona. The Bears selecting Bryce Lemonnier, a right outside linebacker from Liberty. We have the Seahawks selecting Decody Ingram, a cornerback from Nebraska. Then we had the 49ers selecting Sean Maybane, a running back from Ole Miss. The Broncos selecting Logan Kane, a left outside linebacker from Duke. Then we have the Minnesota Vikings selecting Artez Rayford, a wide receiver from Texas Tech. Then we had the Carolina Panthers selecting Roman Gregory, a cornerback from Duke. We had the Bengals selecting J.J. Perriman, a running back from Michigan State. The Raiders selecting DeAndre Bolston, a right end from Ohio State. Then we have the Patriots selecting Tyler Shepard, a left outside linebacker from NC State. The Rams selecting Lindsey Roberson, a middle linebacker from Navy. The Texans selecting Lawrence Moorman, a quarterback from Auburn. We have the Falcons selecting Jack Keltner, a free safety from Beth Cookman. The Ravens selecting Malik Staymates, a left end from Syracuse. The Browns selecting Jason McPherson, a D tackle from Pittsburgh. The Packers selecting Long Vaughn, a running back from Mount Union. The Cardinals selecting Larry Browning, a cornerback from Minnesota. The Titans selecting J.T. Carr, a wide receiver from Illinois State. The Chiefs selecting Roy Armstrong, a D tackle from Miami. Then we have the Cowboys selecting Tavuzi Morris, a running back from Charleston. The Bills selecting Jimmy Golo, a wide receiver from West Virginia. Then we have the Redskins selecting Joseph Westerman, a left tackle from Florida. Then we have the Chargers selecting Alan Harrell, a free safety from Arizona. Then we have the Saints selecting Ron Keese Roach, a running back from Northwestern. Then we have the Steelers selecting Fisher Dwight, a free safety from Nebraska. The Eagles selecting Blair Clark, a quarterback from Texas. And the Jaguars selecting Jorian Hobson, a wide receiver from Central Michigan, to round off the third round. Jumping into the fourth round, we have the Redskins leading it off with a pick. Griffin Church, the tight end from Auburn. The Colts selecting Joseph Cunningham, a left tackle from Arkansas. We have the Dolphins selecting Quintarius Bartu, a middle linebacker from Oklahoma. We have the Giants selecting Bernard Lowe, a left tackle from Iowa State. We have the Bears selecting Paul Craig, a right end from TCU. Then we have the Buccaneers selecting a quarterback, Alan Offenheisel, from Florida, at 71 overall. Then we have the Broncos selecting Marcus Walters, a strong safety from UCF. We have the Seahawks selecting Cedric Maynard, a quarterback from North Carolina. The 49ers selecting Marcel Barr, a wide receiver from Illinois. We have the Broncos selecting Mark LeBlanc, a right outside linebacker from East Carolina. The Vikings selecting Daniel Brown, a left outside linebacker from Georgia. The Panthers selecting Cole Stanzi, a tight end from UNLV. Then we have the Bengals selecting Miles Griffith, a middle linebacker from Wisconsin. The Raiders selecting Derek Martin, a fullback from Clemson. The Patriots selecting Gilbert Ham, a running back from Yale. The Rams selecting Lawrence Sauer, a quarterback from Oregon State. We have the Texans selecting Otha Carney, a strong safety from Arizona State. The Falcons selecting Prenius Scott, a tight end from Nebraska. Then we have the Ravens who select Kevin Zadeas, a running back from Troy. The Browns who select Delino Fields, a right tackle from Georgia. The Packers selecting Mitchell Frick, a quarterback from Hawaii. Then we have the Giants selecting Glenn Archer, a left outside linebacker from Virginia. The Titans selecting Emery Vickerson, a right end from Buffalo. We have the Chiefs selecting AJ Frazier, a right end from Montana. The Cowboys selecting Morgan Riley, a center from Delaware. The Bills selecting Joey Day, a running back from Bowling Green. The Seahawks selecting Lily Forrest, a left tackle from Indiana State. The Chargers selecting Anthony Hecker, a tight end from Connecticut. The Patriots selecting Darren Yates, a wide receiver from Indiana. The Steelers selecting Gordon McMullen, a right guard from Florida. The Eagles selecting Marshall Newman, a middle linebacker from Louisville. And the Jaguars selecting Bryant Porter, a free safety from Villanova, to end off the fourth round. And so as you can see, so far the picks in this draft have been pretty underwhelming. Like the majority are like in the low 70s to high 60 range from what I've been seeing so far. And if you look at most of the developments that I've done in the original draft, like most of the developments are not that great. They're pretty much all normal for the most part. Some are stars, but the core majority are normal, which kind of sucks to see that because I want to see some superstar developments sprinkled in within the draft. But regardless, fifth round, we have the Jets selecting Marcus Kinney, a right outside linebacker from Florida. Then the Colts selecting Bradley Pujade, a wide receiver from Duke. The Colts getting another wide receiver there. The Dolphins selecting Jimmy Eubanks, a tight end from LSU. The Giants selecting Clayton Sheehy, a running back from Michigan State. The Bears selecting Warren Murdoch, a center from Virginia. The Buccaneers selecting Adonis Buttram, left tackle from North Illinois. The Bears selecting Brody Shockey, a quarterback from Iowa. Then we have the Seahawks selecting Noah Scherf, a tight end from Louisville. We have the 49ers selecting Kenton Cox, a left tackle from Georgia. The Broncos selecting Warren Olson, a quarterback from Texas A&M. The Vikings selecting Dexter Moorman, a left guard from Maine. The Panthers selecting Darian Gibson, a right end from Connecticut. The Bengals selecting Spencer Leach, a tight end from California. The Raiders selecting Roy Johnson, a middle linebacker from Rutgers. The Patriots selecting Kiefer Mewhort, a tight end from Ohio State. The Rams selecting Warren Fugger, a tight end from Clemson. The Texans selecting Lewis Shepard, a left outside linebacker from Tulane. We have the Falcons, who select Avius Gray, a running back from Oregon State. We have the Ravens, who select Jared House, a right-side linebacker from Iowa. The Browns select Alan Crawford, a middle linebacker from Illinois. We have the Packers, who select Mike Yates, a right tackle from Arkansas. The Cardinals, who select Turner Toback, a free safety from Notre Dame. The Titans, who select a Benjamin Wolf, a left tackle from Cincinnati. The Chiefs, who select Dustin Brockel, a quarterback from Vanderbilt. The Dallas Cowboys, who select Rashad Mason, a running back from West Michigan. Then we have the Redskins, who select Sherman Keasley, a quarterback, the Redskins, who select Sherman Keasley, a cornerback from Washington. Then we have the Chargers, who select Brian Ainge, a left tackle from Arizona. The Saints selecting Sean Roby, a middle linebacker from Central Michigan. The Steelers, who select Morris Foster, right tackle from Alabama. The Eagles, who select Cole Reinhardt, a strong safety from Temple. And the Jaguars ending off the round, picking up Paul Goodman, a tight end from Georgia. So going into the 6th round, there's not a lot of great picks left. Just a lot of terrible depth guys pretty much left in the draft. But regardless, the Jets picking up Harden, the Colts picking up Frank Rose, a quarterback from Wisconsin, the Dolphins picking up Ali Alexander, the Giants picking up Chance Buterin, the Bears picking up Dawson DeWalt, the Buccaneers picking up Frank Blanchard, the Lions getting Lewis Offord, Seahawks get Alan Mooney, 49ers get DeAndre Hogan, Broncos get Oscar Murphy, Vikings get Henry Webb, Panthers get Morgan Madu, Bengals getting Blake Blackwell, the Raiders getting Rocco Lyle, the Patriots picking up Tevin Levy, the Rams picking up Will O'Sullivan, the Texans picking up Tyrone Banyard, the Falcons picking up Emmanuel Battle, Ravens get Kashim Rodriguez, the Browns get Max Frazier, Packers get Anthony Gomez, Browns get Roy Pettigout, the Titans get Roman Ramsey, Chiefs get Jamichael Adechu. We get the Cowboys picking up Quinn Unger. Bills get AJ Gregory. Ravens get Douglas Dawson. Chargers get DJ Adams. Saints get Vaughn Data. Steelers get Tooney Sutton. Eagles get Sean Reed. And Jaguars get Craig Lissamore to end off the 6th round. So now we're going into the 7th round, the last round of the draft. And we're going to lead off with the Jets picking up Dawson Roach, cornerback. Colts get Darren Harden. Dolphins get Haynes Wright. Giants get Rashard Benjamin. Bears get Shaynon Wilhoit. Buccaneers get Tremont Sintim. Bears get Gordon Zamatis. Seahawks get Javonte Teal. 49ers get Keon Rainier. Broncos get Gerald Bethel. Vikings get Brian Ingram, Panthers get Gordon Evans, Bengals get Daryl Arnaud, Raiders get Riley Finecca, Patriots get Nick Blanchard, Rams get Sanchez Calhoun, Texans get Ephraim Corliss, Falcons get Jahi Turner, Ravens get Richard Griffin, Browns get Amari Briggs, Packers get Tyrone Price, Cardinals get Taiwan Mayer, Titans get Deterius Floyd, Chiefs get Zach McIntosh, Cowboys getting Zach Gold. We had the Bills picking up Thomas Godot, Saints getting Ashley Davidson, Chargers getting Eric Holt, Saints getting Eric Schiller, Steelers getting Marcus Ridley, Eagles getting DJ Haynes, and we couldn't find the last pick of the draft through the recording. But regardless, that was the 2020 NFL Draft Recap. There's a lot of this draft class is not that good for starting overalls for sure. Like the 6th, 7th rounds, pure garbage. Even like the 4th and 5th rounds are not that great for talent as they usually were in the last draft. I mean, last draft was amazing for what there was for talent, but this draft, like even 3rd round, even 2nd round, are kind of sad to see some of the talent that's even on there. So it's the way it is. Hopefully next year, the 2021 NFL draft will be better, but as for ourselves, the Redskins, we didn't do that bad. We picked up BJ Cobb, obviously our top pick at 81 overall. We got our center there in Philip Windsor, so that's great to see that at a 78 overall. We got some more depth at corner. I mean, our team just got a little bit more depth on it that's younger, and we finally got an actual starting center that is proven and worthy to go and start this season for our Redskins. And then BJ Cobb, great guy to have there for backups. And maybe he might be able to surpass whoever's in his position, possibly DJ Swearinger, depending on if we get rid of him, or if we flip BJ Cobb to free safety to take over Nicholson there at his spot. But regardless, that was the draft recap. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Redskins franchise mode, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.